Hello, and welcome to episode 69 of the Cooler Guild. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
Hello.
We're recording on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. It is Dennis Crisp's 67th birthday. Did we want to say how old he was? Does he want people to know that?
He doesn't look really 67, so...
No, he doesn't. He looks great.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Dennis.
I bought him a card with a giant fan on it that said, "I'm your biggest fan. Happy birthday."
Does he know the joke?
Yes.
Oh, shit, I opened it already. Oh, fuck.
We're just so excited.
I'm so excited. I just opened my can, because guess what? We got a dub pod.
We got a dub pod. And something that pretty much none of us saw coming.
Yeah. Maybe it was a trap game for Portland in hindsight.
Yeah.
Sadly. But, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get into the game. The big win in Seattle against Portland. Van will go over some NWSL results. We'll preview the next game. But before we get into all of that, we got some housekeeping.
The Cooler Guild is part of the Sound at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sound at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, which you should do, just visit our page at soundatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
Well, if the mic didn't pick it up, I did open my celebratory drink already because Van told me I should get a drink. It's 10:30 in the morning. We're recording this.
Yeah. I took time off work for this because I was so excited and we wanted to get it in.
Yeah, and I've got D&D tonight, so I couldn't do it tonight. I got to go defeat dragons and stuff. Really important. Yeah. So, do you have anything interesting to say before we get excited about what happened?
No.
Okay.
This is honestly the most interesting thing of my weekend.
Yeah, it was a nice Sunday. It was a really nice Sunday.
It was great.
Yeah, I drove up. I did go to the game finally. I got to drive my new car up. Charging station wasn't really great, but whatever. Would have really enjoyed that. But I got to enjoy the rain dominating. I would say dominating the Thorns.
They shut them out.
They shut them out. They had their, I would say, trademark defensive performance. This is what we expect of them. So I'm happy.
2-0 at home. We got everything we wanted for the fans. That was the biggest takeaway for me because, in the lead up to this match, the team had put out, and in correlation with the Sounders, as a partnership, this whole rivalry week kind of series. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm so happy that they're doing this, but maybe this isn't the right time.
Will it backfire?
The team has been on kind of this downward skid. Mm-hmm. And, they're doing a BOGO deal for tickets. It's the first game where kids are free. Mm-hmm. So we knew that there were going to be people attending the match coming off the last World Cup game being in Seattle. And I was glad that they were finally promoting the team, but I was really, as a fan of this team, hoping that the product on the field would match the marketing enthusiasm. And that to me was kind of a long shot in the lead up to this match.
Yeah.
Not that I don't have confidence in this team and that I don't love them. It's just, we've seen the last couple weeks.
We've seen the last few months, really. Yeah. It's been hard to be a Reign fan.
And this is the second game back from the break. And, they did score first in the last match and it crumbled. Mm-hmm. So it was an important game for the team, for the organization, for the fan base. Mm-hmm. And I am just so happy that my concerns were not legitimized. And I'm so happy for them.
Yeah.
They really needed this. And the fans needed this.
They did. They
haven't scored at home yet. Well, at least in Lumen.
They hadn't gotten a shutout. I put this in one of my things that worked, but I can shut it out now, I guess. They hadn't had a shutout since, was it May 1st or something? Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, May 1st against Houston. They went 5 games without a shutout. And for a team that is so proud of their defensive identity, that's not good. So getting a shutout against a team with as much firepower, mostly with Sophia Wilson, getting a shutout against the form that Portland's been in lately is so valuable.
It is.
So kudos to them.
Going into the game, there was a couple big lineup issues because Dickey's out still due to that ankle injury from the U.S. Women's National Team game. And Curry's out.
Yeah.
Also with an ankle injury from the last match. So, you're going to have to put in Cassie Miller, who looked decent. Nothing was her fault. And then you're going to have to replace Curry. And Holmes is usually the go-to replacement, but she was also out.
And honestly, I would rather see Ryan Brown.
Yeah. I mean, that's us. We know that. But
yeah,
in general, when that's happened this season, it's been Curry or Holmes as being the replacement. So that's not great. But also, Jess Fishlock made her roster return.
her roster contributions being like death stares and just
and goal celebrations.
Yeah.
And then Phoebe was honored before the match for reaching 100 NWSL appearances. So congrats to Phoebe, the OG Cooler Player of the season. But yeah, like we talked about, I was hoping Ryan Brown would be put in. And she did. It was her first start since July 7th, 2024. So
big comeback.
And I think she'd only played a total of like 20 minutes so far this season.
Yeah. I mean, it's been hard for her to work into it because Curry, she's had several off games, I would say recently, but she still had locked up that starting spot because when she was playing well, it was really good. So it's hard for Ryan Brown to work into that because he got Huerta on the other side, but they were able to put in Curry and switch Huerta, and it worked great. It worked really great. Ryan Brown looked phenomenal. She looked like how I remember her playing and why we chose her for our first ever Cooler Player of the Match. I'm excited about her future, and I hope that the Reign saw everything that they needed to maybe give her a contract extension because she's going to be going into right now. She'd be going into this offseason as a free agent, and I think that's a huge mistake to let that go. Given how much the Reign is willing to offer contracts to young players who are kind of unproven, I feel like you have to give contract to someone like Ryan Brown who's put in the work ethic to recover and come back and put this kind of performance in her first start and like forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I need it.
One other thing, the marketing, the BOGO tickets, the kids come in free. It worked.
Yeah.
We had a attendance of 14,793, which is the fourth highest of all time for the Reign.
And there was no promos for Rapinoe in this.
Yeah. No retiring players.
Yeah.
It was just getting people out to the match.
Yeah.
And we've felt that the team should have done this a long time ago.
Absolutely.
We talk about, the league constantly talks about Portland's attendance and all of that. Well, it's not often reminded that you could go to a 76 gas station and get a booklet of free tickets for you and your friend.
Yeah. Which is
the beginning. Which is
smart.
what they should do.
Yeah, it's smart.
And so the team should have done this a long time ago, but I'm glad they did. And people came out and people had fun.
Yeah, that's the big part, right? Because you can give these tickets away, but if they come and I don't know, it sucks. The team sucks, which is what I think anyone who's been following the team was their biggest fear. Yeah. They got a show though. So
they got a show. And I was looking in Reddit and it was a lot of people's first game.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they came. I'm glad they came out to this match and hopefully they return.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to crack my. Oh, that smells interesting.
Is that the blood orange one?
Yeah.
I've had that. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Okay. Getting into it. What worked? I mean, this is the longest section we've had all season, I think.
We talked about this, but like the goals that we gave up last week were goals that they should have not given up. You had one right after they score. And then you have like two uncharacteristic defensive mistakes back there as well. Yeah. That didn't happen. When that doesn't happen, this defense is very good.
Yeah. And everyone plays their part.
That was the big thing for me is like every single person stepped up and they were playing for each other in a way that I haven't seen for a while.
No, this looked like a complete effort.
Everyone's putting their bodies in the way. Everybody. I mean, Mia Fischel got that goal line save. She was where she was supposed to be and did her job. But I mean, everyone was in sync back there, it felt.
And even in the time that they weren't, and when mistakes did happen in the back, they were sure to cover them. It was really, really pleasing to watch. Yeah, when your defense can bend and not break, it shows just a level of resiliency that we haven't seen this season.
It's also that's like Harvey's kind of her. That's what her teams do.
Yeah.
And I get upset when people are like they don't like Harvey Ball and stuff. I'm like, well, this component of Harvey Ball is like so important and underrated and can get you really far as long as she has the talent in the offense. But I don't know. It was just nice to see them show up and actually kind of do the thing that we know they can do.
Yeah. I mean, the notes you have on here about the quality of shots from Portland is just astounding from what we've seen of Portland so far this season.
Yeah.
They've been, and I hate to say it, but they've been an electric team this year.
Mostly when Sophia Wilson came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moultrie's also great, but it's annoying.
She was nowhere to be found this match.
Yeah, she seems to struggle against Seattle when they're actually playing well.
Yeah.
June pointed out on Bluesky, the Thorns had 26 shots. Fop Mob has one of them at 0.16 XG and one at 0.12 XG, and 24 of them are at 0.09 or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't doing anything really.
Yeah.
Because we were everywhere. The defense was everywhere they needed to be.
And they didn't give them quality opportunities.
Yeah.
Which, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you've got a player, they had multiple times where they had the ball in the middle of their attack, like of our box, and there were 4 players there in front of it. I mean, another reason that Portland could not score is because Cassie Miller.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to gas up Cassie Miller?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've known that she is a solid backup goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And as Harvey pointed out in the presser, she could be a number 1 at another team.
Mm-hmm.
She had the highest FOTMOB rating of the game with 8.9, and she made 9 saves, which is the most saves in a shutout in Reign history. She made a save. I mean, everything she did was solid. She never made a save and put a ball back into danger. Everything was on point. Her positioning was good. And there was a save she made at the very end of the first half that probably was the most important save of the game. Ball came from the goalkeeper's right across, was going far post, and she was able to play it away. And then Jordan Bug did what Jordan Bug does, and instead of giving away a corner, got a goal kick out of it. So Cassie Miller was the Marines player of the game for this game, and I couldn't agree more.
Is there anything else you want to shout out on the defensive performance, or should we start going into the other fun?
I mean, we'll shout it out as far as the individual performances, but I thought it was just so good. It
was.
And after the last game, I was so scared.
Yeah, I was worried.
Like, they scored that first goal, and I was so happy about it. You get a goal against Portland early on in the match, but our tendency lately has been to give one up
right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like holding my breath.
Yeah.
And they proved that they were up for the task.
Yeah. Because that like, we haven't been given a reason to have belief that they could do that.
Well, now we do.
Yeah. There was so many standout individual performances. Usually we're on here just gassing up Sam Meza for obvious reasons. And good God, did she have a fantastic game on Sunday. But I mean, we can shout out almost the entire team and their individual performances because it was that good.
Yeah.
Ainsley McCammon, that ball that she laid up for that goal, unbelievable. And
the amount of time she disrupted play defensively was on the rewatch. I was just like, oh crap.
She's really good.
And I feel like her positioning is getting better because she's not having to catch up as much.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that, we've seen these great assists from her. We've seen the balls over the top that she can play, but it seemed at times that she could be a step behind defensively. And I didn't really catch that this match.
I mean, she's so young that of course she's improving this quickly.
But it's so good to see. And I'm excited that she's on our team.
Yeah.
I think she deserves a start the next game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that there's been some turnaround in that area.
Yeah.
But she's really, really stepping up. Mm-hmm. I love to see that from her.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Brown again.
So good.
She made a couple tackles that I was like, yes, this is what we need in that back. But her ability to go forward is and with her and Huerta on the outsides, like that's what you originally wanted in that 5-back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
but we're not playing in a 5-back anymore. It's a 4-back, but it's like a rotating 4-back where a lot of the times Ryan Brown was getting up and you were set in the 3-back. And then the same thing on the other side. Ball goes up, Huerta pulls forward into that 3-back again. And Ryan Brown, to go into a first start of the season, first start in a year and a half almost, and to score a goal in 8 minutes, you couldn't ask for a better performance.
Yeah. Now the debate is, was she trained to shoot or is she trying to cross?
I watched this back a couple times, and the first look up she makes, she looks for the cross.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second look up she makes, she looks at the goalkeeper.
Uh-huh.
So is it a debate? In the presser, she said, "I'm always trying to score."
But she had a smirk on her face a bit. I mean, hey, you're putting it into a dangerous area, and like the idea is it'll find the goal. So
it went side netting.
Yeah.
Whether she meant to do it or not, it was an incredible finish.
It was beautiful. We were all like stunned in the press box.
Yeah. Well, what? Oh.
Yeah. Which like we were hyped about Brown starting. We were all like, finally, like she needs her moment because she hasn't been given the opportunity for reasons we've already went into. But wow, that was fun.
It was so fun. And then you got Maddie Mercado, now the top scorer on the team. It's sad. It's 3 goals.
Yeah, I was like, we don't. If you look at the numbers, it's not great. But hey, let's just keep it going, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, she was where she needed to be.
Yeah.
And on top of Sam Mezza's defensive contributions, which were innumerable this match, right?
Yeah.
There was that double tackle she made.
I've watched that so many times over and over.
It's so good.
There's like that angle that someone got on the side, and it just Moultrie's just embarrassed. Just fall. I mean, that was so funny. That double tackle led to the goal.
Yeah, and her dime of a cross.
So good.
And we've talked about this on this show several times of how do they get her involved more on the attack?
Put her in the 10.
Because every time she goes up in there, like she creates chaos and she creates opportunities. So love to see her get a goal contribution here. But that cross, when she made it, I said, "Whoa, wow!" And then boom, Maddie Mercado with a great header.
Yeah,
stunned Mackenzie Arnold. Mackenzie Arnold didn't even move. I won't comment on that, but I will say it's.
Oh my god! I was showing the replay to Alex of the goals when I got home. I was like, "Do you want to see the highlights?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course." And so I like showed her the second goal, and she was like, "What is the goalkeeper doing?" And I was just like, "I don't know, but she's always our MVP whenever we watch Portland." I don't know. And, man.
And to be fair to her, she's had a better season this season.
She has. But wow.
I think at that point you almost think the ball's going out.
Sure, but like,
and she
could have tumbled.
It was a perfectly placed ball.
Yeah.
And a perfectly placed header.
It was.
We need Mercado to be in that space more. We need those crosses to be better because a lot of the times we watch these games and our crosses are, we have a lot of crossing opportunities, but it's going to the goalkeeper. They're going out. They're going far. And this is the kind of quality that we know this team is capable of, but we're finally seeing it.
Yeah. Consistency is going to be the next component of that.
Right. But I can't not gas the team up for this win.
Yeah, absolutely.
With Brown coming in, Huerta switched over. I thought that was interesting, but it did allow for Brown to get up high with her right foot. Mm-hmm. And I think everything worked.
Yeah, everything worked. Yep. The only thing that didn't work for me was not giving some of these players some contract extensions. I mean, mostly I want to see Brown get a contract extension, and I also still need to see like a 10-year contract given to Sam Mezza.
Lifetime contract.
Because like you cannot afford to lose. You cannot afford to lose Sam Mezza. She's so damn good. She needs to be a lifetime reign player. We need to turn her into like what this club is known for, which is having players that stick with the club for a long time. And we're kind of in that moment right now where we're changing players in those positions. And with just Fishlock leaving, I'm seeing Sam Mezza's, I think, just should be that player to kind of take over those reins.
Yeah. And Sam, I'm curious and also fascinated to think about like what her ceiling is as a player.
Mm-hmm.
She's gotten a U.S. call up, but she's young, little inexperienced.
Yeah, ish. But like Emma, to me, Emma should be calling her in and giving her playing time.
Yeah. Emma should also be calling in Ashley Sanchez, but
yeah, you're right.
It's a conversation for another day. But the club needs to start marketing her.
Absolutely.
She needs to be the face of the club.
Yep.
They need to highlight her like Hispanic heritage that she's talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And how proud she is of that.
Yeah.
Bring those fans in.
Yep.
There's an incredible opportunity for the club here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see her play on the field, and that's what you want fans to come out and watch. And I don't know. Hopefully that's in the works, but she needs to be the face of the club going forward.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to say didn't work, or do you just want to like let this ride?
Wait, I did have a note here, but I'm gonna let it slide.
Okay, I think that's good.
We maybe talk about it next game.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's just stay on this high and see how it goes and see how they respond.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes No Sarietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
What did you get from the post-match presser?
It was really, really cool to have. So it was Cassie Miller and Ryan Brown in the presser. And I really enjoyed how they talked about rehabbing together.
Yeah.
Because they're both out and recovering from injuries at the same time. And it was mostly just them two for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were overly complimentary of each other. And I thought with them, and these two players, Cassie hasn't been on the team very long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan really never got to experience the Portland rivalry before.
Mm-hmm.
But these players know what it means.
Yeah.
And they said it's huge for their momentum. And no matter where Portland are on the table, like it's always good to beat them.
Yeah.
And they shouted out the fans.
Mm-hmm.
The environment seemed to be a big motivation for them.
I did enjoy watching the Portland fans like peter out early.
Well, that's the thing. Like usually when Portland comes up, their travel contingent's good.
Yeah.
And they did have a whole section.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear them.
No, I mean, not till the very, very end, but like an easy way to get them to never hear them is to score goals.
Yeah.
And not let them score goals. So thank you to the team for not, making us deal with the fucking bad chance of Portland.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to shout out on that presser with the players is someone asked about how they were able to kind of contain Sophia Wilson, and the main thing is just always knowing where she is. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because we're facing Gotham next, and we're going to have to be dealing with Esther. And I'm definitely still nervous because there's not just Esther on Gotham to be marking, but I think knowing that the team is able to set out to, they have a tactic and they were able to succeed in doing it. And I don't know, I just haven't had a lot of optimism that they could do that. But they accomplished it, and I'm really proud of the team. Like, I just feel like they all really understood the task and lived up to that, like, expectation and hope. The hope was like kind of dwindling, right?
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, I didn't want Sophia Wilson to go on a tear.
No.
Imagine what that would do for Portland if they came in here and Sophia Wilson just like had these highlight clips kind of plastered everywhere. That would have been bad.
I haven't mentioned this yet because I feel like I mentally tried to forget it. But the feeling after the last Portland game, and we were down there,
You were.
I was down there.
Yeah.
And to go in there and lose to a team that is 2 players down for a large time, good amount of chunk of time in the game, it was just so discouraging.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, well, there's always the home game. And we all kind of looked at each other and we're like, ugh. You know? And I think it's helpful for me from a moral sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they were able to not forget about that, but almost reclaim part of what was lost in that first Portland match.
Totally.
This is the happiest I've seen Laura Harvey in a press conference in a very long time.
Yeah. Ugh, it felt so nice to see her full of joy.
Yeah.
What did you want to shout from that?
She did talk about Sam Meza, and one thing that Meza's been working on, is her getting the ball off her feet quicker. And that's exactly what happened with her cross into the box for the Mercado goal. Mm-hmm. So when you have a player that's that promising and that good to be getting better throughout the season, it's scary.
It is. Making 2 tackles, getting up and being able to just feed the attack.
Yeah.
That is nightmare stuff for opponents.
Yeah.
Because there's not much you can do about that. You've already tried to get... She's gotten past 2 of your players by slide tackling into them, and then she's just going to keep going. Like, that's frightening.
It is. It is. I think she also mentioned part of the problem in the last match was overplaying out of the back sometimes.
Sure.
Just doing a little too much. Mm-hmm. And they tried to fix that this match, and it seems that they did. There was also, I forgot about this until we're talking about it now, there was one sequence on the near side of them playing out, and who was it? Jordan Bug and Huerta?
I didn't put it in I have like my notes, but they're not super organized. There was a huge passing sequence that was really nice.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Where it was Jordan Bug and somebody else, and like might have been Dolly. I can't remember. But they played the ball up the line, 1-touch passing.
Yeah.
And then got it out. I was like, we have not seen this team.
Yeah. What minute was that? I have a note for it somewhere. Incredible. Oh, it's like the 38th minute.
Okay, yeah.
So if you haven't fully watched the game, go back and check that out, because that was inspiring.
It really was.
And if that would have led to a goal, oh my God.
Yeah, it would have been, I think it did lead to an offensive push, and we were like, oh, what if that had been a goal?
They were just picking Portland apart.
Yeah.
Portland doesn't have a good defense, if we're being honest, though.
That's true. So back to Harvey Presser, she also said that they never shot themselves in the foot, which is what they've been doing. Yeah, you don't say. Yeah, I just think they executed in the best way. And Laura Harvey really put that as on the players as just like all heart.
Yeah.
They put in the effort, and every person on the field, including the front 4 and the subs, the effort that they put in was just all heart. You could see it. They didn't want to lose the game.
No. And they wanted to win, too.
Yeah. Which is also not something we've seen a lot this season.
Yeah.
You have anything else from the presser?
Let me see. I think the one thing I just wanted to point out was Harvey made it pretty clear that she wants the game that we had on Sunday, to be the standard for the team.
Yeah.
They've shown that they can do that, and they can put in a shift defensively, and they are not going to accept anything less than that now. They're not in a position to lower that standard. If you look at the standings and how tight everything is, that's pretty clear. Mm-hmm. If they want to start making moves to the top, they're going to have to do this again and again and again. Can they do that? Actually do that? It's TBD.
And it's going to be tough with the next opponent, right?
It is. There is something maybe working in our favor in that, but we'll get into that when we do the preview. But yeah, I don't know. It was just, I'm happy that the team got this win. I'm happy that they can have something good to feel about for the next week going into Gotham, which will be a tough game. I hope that doesn't kind of ruin the momentum. But you know, they recognize how valuable this was, and I also just like want them to harness how good this feels, and you know, maybe that'll fuel them in the future.
Yeah, it could be a momentum changer for the team.
Absolutely.
Like if you said it's one game, I don't want to stew on it, but like you have to have matches like this.
Yeah.
A struggling team has to have a match like this to be able to change the narrative and change how this team's going to be talked about moving forward.
Yeah, I do think that this is a kind of win that, like, I don't know what they're doing in terms of negotiations and trying to sign a player, because I really, really want to emphasize that I still think that's so important for them to bring in a quality player. But I think a performance like this and seeing how the team can work together and pull out, really, really beautiful soccer, that should be appealing for a big signing.
Yeah,
we're
not
in shambles.
Lost.
No, we're not in shambles. It sometimes looks like we might be in shambles, but we do have good pieces and it can work. We just need that extra help sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm Emma Sears. Please join the team. All right, so let's move on to Cooler Player of the Match.
The Cooler Player of the Match is brought to you by the Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner is a big fan of the rain and is proud to be our first sponsor. So this is a Cooler Player of the Match, but not a Cooler Player of the Match. For because what happened the last time we did this?
Wow. Well, I mean, we're just nervous of what could come from this, because last time we did this for this player, something bad happened. But we have hired a witch since then, so maybe things are turning for us.
Yes. Also, we have not gone a game without scoring a goal since I hired the Etsy witch.
Not a coincidence at this point.
Nope, not.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm burping. It's hot water.
Hot water.
Yeah. This week we're gonna give Cooler Player of the Match to
Ryan Brown.
Ryan Brown. Congrats. She's back again.
New contract now.
Yeah, new contract now. Whoever's in charge of that, we all know who it is. No excuses. You got to give it to her.
Get it on your desk now, Leslie. Let's go.
Yeah, I see all the other contracts you're handing out. This one makes the most sense right now for players in the team, besides Sam.
Sure does.
So, congrats to Ryan Brown. Stand-up performance. Deserves this.
Keep it going.
We're ready for more.
Thanks again to our sponsor, The Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a rain match, or really anytime. Make an appointment today and order their tambourine. Fruit and citrus run into floral and bitter. Pineapple is joined by a non-alcoholic aperitif with a hint of habanero for a refreshing sipper. This sounds delicious.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's an NA cocktail, and it sounds so refreshing. Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
Let's fly through these NWSL results.
Boston beat Chicago 2-0. Good job, Boston. Penalty from Gutierrez in the 72nd minute, and then Nichelle Prince in the 58th minute on her 100th start got a goal. Chicago's defense is bad. Boss Nation could have had 2 or 3 more.
Oof. Boss Nation.
This is what my notes are. Murphy made a couple of big saves. One on Heidema, 1v1 in the last couple of minutes. So too bad for Heidema. Good job, Murphy. Louisville, they're struggling. They lost to Bay 2-0. Goals from Fuller and Lima. Emma Sears, what are you still doing at Louisville?
Get out. Get out.
Get out now. Hutton and Fuller are a really scary combo up the middle. There was a couple goals that were goalkeeper mistakes this weekend, and one of them was a bloomer mistake. Gotten the ball taken off her foot by Carly Lima, who dribbled in for the last goal. Orlando destroyed KC 3-0. There was, surprise, a weather delay for this match. Marta scored. Marta opened the scoring with her 50th goal for Orlando. Goals also by Anderson and Banda. Casey actually scored first, but it was called back for offside. Couldn't see it well on the TV. This game reminded me a lot of the Rain versus Spirit game the weekend before. Casey had a lot of chances, but the defense just really fumbled. And then the last goal for this game, Casey's goalkeeper whiffed the clearance and Banda just took it and scored. Utah lost to Gotham 3-1. Goals from Delzer and Astaire, which is penalty, and Astaire scored 2 in this game. And then Davidson scored.
That was a good goal.
Tiernan Davidson with a volley?
Yeah, it was a really good goal.
The best goal of the weekend, other than Ryan Brown's, other than our goals, was in the next game where Washington beat North Carolina 2-0. Goals from Santos and Rodman. And Santos's goal, she pops a ball over the defender and then just a massive volley from herself. This is like the kind of goal you don't want your team to have a good goal in the same week, because you'll never get goal of the week.
Yeah.
Next 2 games, San Diego lost to Angel City 2-0. Goals from Noose and Borges. And then the last game of the weekend, Denver and Houston tied 2-2. Denver goals came from Yasmin Ryan and Sonis on a penalty, and Houston got goals from Rader and Olmark. And that's the NWSL for this week.
Well,
there's Wednesday games this week.
There's two midweek games for whatever reason. I wonder if those games were moved because of the Champions Cup stuff. Maybe it's just speculation for me. Anyways, the next match for the Reign is going to be against Gotham Saturday, July 18th at 9 a.m. Nice, bright and early for us. It'll be on big ABC too. Super exciting. Yep. ESPN Deportes, if you want the Spanish, since we're all so used to Spanish broadcasting now with the World Cup, Men's World Cup. What do you want to see in this game?
Well, like you said, contain us there.
Yeah.
You got a lot of other things to worry about in this match, so that might be difficult. Gotham aren't playing on their normal home field. They're playing in a small stadium, which I think they played a Champions Cup match on.
Yeah.
But will that be a problem for Gotham? It's a little bit of adversity that maybe they're not used to for a home match, so can Seattle take advantage of that?
Yeah.
But I want to come off this Portland match for the Reign and show something in the next game. Show that same resilience, show that same effort, and that same defensive brick wall that you had going on. Because Gotham are going to have chances. So is the team going to break or are they not? Mm-hmm. I think it's a big challenge for them coming up. And luckily for them, they're going to have more rest than Gotham will.
Yeah, because Gotham's playing Wednesday night, and they're not just playing Wednesday night, they're playing Wednesday night against the Spirit.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then having an early Saturday game.
Yeah, super early, because it'll be noon their time. And then they also played over the weekend, so like sometimes this kind of happens to us.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of maybe got a little bit of a leg up. Yeah, they have to travel all the way over to the East Coast, but yeah, take advantage of this if you can. You have to find a way.
Because you don't know what the lineup's going to look like, because you might have players that need to rest after Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because standings wise, I mean, every game's important in the NWSL, but standing wise, the Wednesday game is more important for them.
Yeah.
So do they go all out Wednesday and underestimate the Reign for the Saturday game?
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But I hope the team can ride this high and come out and put in an effort that is admirable for Saturday's match. That's all I want.
The injury with let me see. What's the goalkeeper situation in Gotham? Because there was that injury.
Who have they been playing? Well, AKB played the last game.
Okay, so she's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I just know she had that one injury that looked really bad, and I didn't know what the update was on that because she was in the hospital for a while in Mexico.
Oh, from the Champions Cup?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, so yeah. I just didn't know. But, I mean, as much as I am a fan of AKB, she is known to make some little silly stuff every so often in the back.
And the Reign were doing a really good job on the high press against the Thorns, so maybe they could make something happen there. Yeah,
if we can get Mercado in that and stay high up and kind of pressure AKB up there and their back line, maybe even Darlene could be on that duty. I think there's
Menti took the ball off.
Yeah,
Arnold at one point in the last game.
Yeah, we've got some players that would be up for trying to do something like that, because I'll take a goal any way we can get it. And we didn't really talk about Darlene from this game. Yeah.
But she played well.
She worked her ass off.
And hopefully maybe she can get something out of it in this next game.
Yeah, I mean, she laid the pass off to Meza.
But she was running her butt off.
She really was. She was also really physical. Like, this was always going to be the Portland game was always going to be super physical. And she kept holding up the ball really well. People were passing her she really had a challenge for a lot of balls. And she was really eager to make it difficult for Portland.
Yeah, and this could be a good match for Darlene.
Yeah. I mean, Gotham's good, so you want some extra confidence, go beat Portland 1 week 2-0 and go to the East Coast and get at least a point out of this, and I think they're going to feel pretty good about themselves.
Yeah.
And that maybe we can turn the season around.
Yep.
But it's going to be a big task, so I also don't think that, I mean, depending on how it goes, I don't think it's going to be a huge indicator of things.
It would be good to go over there and continue the momentum.
Yeah, for sure. Any final thoughts?
No.
Shout outs?
Shout out to my dad. Happy birthday, as we already said. He took me to my first U.S. Women's National Team game in 1997 in Portland. It was at the University of Portland Stadium. It was tiny. But yeah, shout out, Dad. You got any?
I had something, but I don't remember. It's 11:30, but I still don't feel tired. Yeah, I don't think I have anything. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. You can go follow us on Bluesky, Instagram at Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email. We love an email. You can send that to thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can also visit the main page, soundatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. And also while you're there, Ride of the Valkyries, some great articles lately. Good recaps of the game. Also, June puts out a nice article after the match doing some rankings. So
yeah,
ratings, not rankings.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed on there for the emails and stuff too, I highly recommend it because you can just, have it. It's like one of the few emails I tend to actually read if I'm going to
because they put the article in the email.
Yeah. I don't always read my emails, but if I do, it tends to be those ones.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube, youtube.com/the Cooler Guild. Wherever you're listening, please go rate 5 stars. Until next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool, go Rain. Hang on.
She's just crawling. I was like, you have a lizard just like.
We can pause it, Mom. You're not going on the internet. We don't post the video.
Might post this one.
Okay.